guys, I'm Rhema, and this week I'm downtown Wilmington talking to Alisha Browne, owner of Atlantic Boudoir. And if you didn't know, this is my show, Today with Ray, where I highlight everyday entrepreneurs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you'll be the first one to know when new episodes drop. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Today with Ray. This week I'm with Alisha Browne, owner of Atlantic Boudoir. We're getting spicy in this episode. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you'll be the first one to know when this episode comes out. Alicia, how are you feeling today?
I am great. I've had a really fun week shooting in this special Halloween set. As I told you, my studio set usually doesn't look like this, even though I love Halloween, but this was set up just for some minis I'm doing. So we've been having a lot of fun getting spooky this week.
It's a vibe.
That's why we're shooting here.
Spooky is any time of the season, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay. So like I told the audience, you are the owner of Atlantic Boudoir. Tell us, how is it that you got into entrepreneurship?
Well, I went to business school up in Massachusetts, where I'm from up north, and I always knew, even though I studied marketing and the creative side of business, I knew I wanted to own my own business someday because I like to be in charge and I like to be bossy and I like to be the one calling the shots. And I worked in marketing for like 12 years, all different types, all different jobs in marketing. And then down here, to summarize the story, because it's just, it's proof about following your heart and following your instincts. But I met a photographer who ended up photographing me and my now husband's wedding.
Okay.
And she took boudoir portraits of me, and I had never thought of that before. And it was amazing. She moved back up to New Hampshire. I was in her group. I saw her business grow. I saw what she was doing for women, and I wanted to be a part of it so badly. So I said, hey, how about I start a branch of your photography studio down here and I'll run it.
Wow.
And she said, no, how about you do it yourself and it'll be yours? And I said, who'll be the photographer though? And she said, you'll do it. And no photography experience at all.
Wow.
I've never felt more passionate about anything in my life. So I just dove in. She mentored me. She was amazing. I self-taught a lot. I'm in so many groups and took a lot of courses and did it as much as I could until I could go full time, which was the beginning of 2020.
Wow. So for those that don't know what boudoir is, can you explain that?
That's a good point. So it's like an intimate lifestyle portraits. So, you know, I hate to explain it this way, but a lot of people, you know, like sexy Victoria's Secret style, you know, pictures, but it's so much more than that. Because it's really about getting intimate with yourself and how you see yourself and transforming into the person you want to be and owning your power. And so that's why I've built my experience up a little different than just coming in and we take some pictures and here you go, you look beautiful. It's like it's a whole day, it's a whole thing.
Wow. So I want to rewind a little bit, and I interview a lot of what I call transplants, people that were not from North Carolina but end up moving here. Can you tell us how it was for you to start a business in a place that you were unfamiliar with, maybe not had the friend or family support base here locally with you? Can you tell us a little bit how that was for you?
Yeah, that's as far as the starting the business part, like the legal part, that I didn't know regardless of what state I was in. So that was a struggle anyway. And that was just learning and asking questions. But as far as luckily I'd been here for like 10 years, 9 years. So I had friends, a good support system with my husband, obviously, but no family around here. Except my little sister now, which is amazing. And so it was definitely scary because I thought if this doesn't work out, like I'm taking a big risk for me and my family. And if I lose everything or if I fail, I'll have to start over essentially. But I cared about it so much that I honestly didn't think about that part that much. I was just like, I'm not going to fail. I'm going to make it happen.
Right. So, and I think that's such a beautiful insight to have when, you know, you're putting all of the eggs in the basket essentially, and you're like, these are going to hatch and I'm going to have chickens no matter what.
Exactly. It was like, I guess I could have a backup plan, but I didn't want one and I wasn't planning on it. I was just like, this is going to be what I'm going to do no matter what, and I'll figure it out as I go. Yeah.
So you said you started this business like full time in 2020. probably right at the brink of like COVID and
Yes.
everything. How was that experience being an entrepreneur and still persevering through this pandemic that we were in?
Yeah, it was a bad time to kind of quit my other side gig and go full time, January 22, but I mean January in 2020, but I ended up, having to not operate my business for, I think it was about 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and stayed home with my son during that time, so didn't have income coming in. Luckily I have a partner, and so we had that help with the income, but it was discouraging for sure because I felt like I was just getting started. Like I quit my other jobs, I was going to go full time, that's all I was going to do, and then I had to stop for a bit. But once we opened back up in the spring, it has been busy ever since.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing, and it's good to hear that there's businesses out there that are still thriving even after the chaotic mess of COVID. I've heard you mention that you have a husband and a kid. So how is it juggling the roles of being a wife, a mom, and an entrepreneur?
That is definitely a tough one because I'm very obsessed with my work. I love working. I would work like 24 hours a day if I could. And obviously I don't want to do that considering I have a family and I have to be, a good partner and a good mom.
Right.
And so with the way my business is too and doing everything myself pretty much, my phone is a big part of me running my business if I'm not at my computer. And so having to put my phone down at night instead of always thinking about things I could be doing is something that we've worked on a lot at home. And I have to be really cognizant to be present when I'm home because I'm always thinking about what I could be doing.
Yeah, that's a big step. I've talked to other people where their biggest struggle is like turning the entrepreneur off.
It never turns off.
So yeah, you're not alone. And then
okay, good.
people that I've also talked to. So walk us through. Someone contacts you, say I'm interested in a shoot. What's the process that happens for them?
So what I do always, if someone reaches out, through social media or through a friend or referral, I have them schedule a 15-minute phone consult with me no matter what, because since it's such an intimate process, I really like to get to know them a little bit and make sure that we're a good fit for each other. So I take that really seriously because it's a really important decision to make, and you want to be sure you feel comfortable with the photographer you're going with.
Absolutely.
So we have our conversation and we decide we're a good fit, and then we can go ahead and book their date. Something else I do a little differently is that I invite everyone to come for an in-person consultation at the studio here before their shoot. And this is really helpful because we meet in person. That helps with the nerves. We talk about expectations and their vision and what they really want to get out of it. They see the space, they see the sample products I have of the albums and everything. But one of the big reasons is that I have a really big client wardrobe. And so I help pick out pieces that they can try on, and anything that my client likes, they can borrow for the shoot. So they don't have to worry about knowing where to shop by themselves or knowing what looks good on them, because that's a really intimidating part of the process for a lot of people. So once that consultation's done, like I know they feel a lot better about it. They get some prep emails, and then do I tell you about the day of too?
Sure.
Okay, just the whole thing.
Yeah,
I was like, I tell you, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
You get here in the morning, we get you a drink, and then you get hair and makeup done professionally.
Wow.
So,
fancy.
My stylists customize a look to you based on your features and your preferences and everything. And then we come in here and we do the shoot itself. I also have other sets that are not even in this room, so you choose what sets you want to do. The whole time I am coaching, posing, head to toe, showing you the poses. So my client does not have to know what to do in front of the camera at all. Like I'm literally here on the floor, like arching, bending.
That's good to know that they're already like nervous or whatnot. That's good to know. Okay.
I'm like very bossy in a good way, so they don't have to worry about it. We listen to music, we like jam out, we laugh a lot because that's just the vibe that we have in here, and it's really fun. And then this is what I do a little differently. After we're done all the sets, then the client gets a catered lunch into the studio.
Wow.
So they hang out and eat their lunch, and then they go down the hallway to my massage therapist suite and get a 1-hour massage.
Wow.
So there's multiple reasons that I offer that. For the lactic acid you just built up doing all those weird poses, because most women don't treat themselves to massages and it's self-care, and it's just part of the feeling good all day.
Yeah.
And then while they're doing that, I'm narrowing down the pictures we took so I can show them after their massage.
Wow.
So same day reveal, go through them. I put
Yeah,
them up
there's
on the
no
TV.
like anticipation.
Yes.
Like, oh my gosh.
They
That
only have
is
to lay their
lovely.
torture during their
Yeah.
massage and think about it. And then they get to see how amazing they look and pick them out. And then
Wow.
I, professionally edit their chosen pictures and order their products and everything. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It's really cool.
So if you're here local in Wilmington, North Carolina, that's where we're at, how can they get in contact with you?
If you go to my website, there's a tab called Contact Us or Request a Call. It's that link is everywhere on my social media too.
Okay.
So on Instagram, in my bio link, it's there. That's always the best first step to get in touch with me, so we can have a conversation and I can answer any questions that you have. And you can always send me a DM on Instagram too.
Wow. Okay. And those social media handles are
At Atlantic Boudoir.
Okay.
Yeah, the same everywhere, and it's atlanticboudoir.com.
great. So if you haven't watched my show yet, I love to do a speed round with people, so that they can get to know you on a personal level.
Okay.
And not just this robotic entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So are you ready for the speed round?
Sure.
Okay. So first question. What do you miss about home? Massachusetts, right?
Oh yes, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire,
technically.
sorry,
No,
look.
I did say school in Massachusetts, so you're good. You're good. I miss the fall there because that was my favorite season there. I will say, the summers were good too, but I definitely don't miss the winter, so I would still not trade it again. But obviously I miss all my family
Right.
more
Absolutely.
than anything too. That still lives up there.
Yeah, we don't really have a fall. It's like a teaser, and then it's just
Yes.
like, yeah, just kidding. We're
It's
going
cold
back to
in the morning and then hot in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah. What, if any, do you have a favorite candy?
I would choose, this is a fun fact, I would choose cheese over candy any day.
Okay.
Cheese over chocolate. But I love anything with peanut butter too. So
Okay.
like Reese's Cups.
yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Always a good. Okay, so let's rewind. Do you have a favorite cheese?
I put feta on pretty much everything, and sharp cheddar are probably my top two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
I miss a cheese girl.
I'm a smoked Gouda type of girl.
That's
so
good too.
hey, cheese
amazing.
is amazing. Yeah.
It's amazing. I'd eat it every meal. Pizza, mac and cheese, every meal.
I had another question. Oh,
Aside from with the cheese.
I know. Now I'm like, macaroni sounds good. Aside from being an entrepreneur, what's something that you like to do for fun?
I really like live music.
Okay.
My husband and I like to go see live music, and we like to go to breweries a lot that have live music. It's like the perfect combination.
it is.
So yeah, breweries and music. I love going to concerts and other shows. Like I recently just got into the cabaret, one of the cabaret troupes that's here, because I love dance. I used to dance when I was younger, and so that brings me a lot of joy to go see shows like that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, to close this up, I want to thank Alisha for coming on the show. And again, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like button, and notification bell so you'll be the first one to know when this episode comes out. And make sure to always support a local business. I'm Rhema T. Bye.
Bye.